The house felt thick with quiet when she turned to face me. She let her robe slip from one shoulder in a slow, deliberate motion, the silk sliding over her skin before she kicked it off at her feet. Her body looked exactly as it always had, toned, familiar. Every contour map of the years we'd spent together. Her gaze met mine and held, cold and precise. 24 years, she said, her voice flat. I've been loyal all this time, but not tonight. He's coming. I don't care what you think. I'm going to be with him. Her words didn't ignite me. They froze something inside. I didn't yell. I didn't plead. I walked calmly to the safe, spun the dial, and took out my revolver. Its weight steadied me in a way anger never could. I inhaled once and told her softly, if he crosses our threshold, there's no turning back. Images from our life together flickered through my mind. Years of quiet compromises, the home we built, evenings that felt like proof of something true, now dismissed in a single sentence. I had suspected her for a while. Secretive texts, sudden overnight trips, the way she went distant whenever I reached for her hand. She'd assumed she covered her tracks. But betrayal leaves a residue, little traces that stack up until they're impossible to ignore. Where others might have erupted, I chose a measured path. I mirrored her emails, archived messages, tracked transactions, saved photographs. While she slept beside me with triumph in her smile, I assembled a different arsenal. Documentation, records, bank statements, evidence that emotion couldn't erase. I put my affairs in order first. I reorganized assets, tightened legal protections, and untangled financial ties she had taken for granted. Quietly, I removed the supports beneath the house she thought secure. When he arrived, slick hair, cheap cologne, the kind of swagger that masks insecurity, I greeted him with composure he'd never expected. I left a firearm visible enough to keep the room hushed, but the thing I slid across the table was deadlier in its finality. A file. Inside were photographs, dated receipts, and bank transfers tying him to schemes he would rather forget. His smirk vanished as he rifled through the pages. He begged. He negotiated. He turned to her with pleading eyes. For the first time, she saw fear where she had once found complacency. You thought you could take my life, I said, voice level and cold. Tonight you both lose it. Then I made 2 calls. The attorney I'd retained and the investigator I'd retained months earlier. Events unfolded exactly as planned. Within hours, the legal net closed. His bravado disintegrated into frantic explanations. By morning, he was in custody. By afternoon, divorce papers were served. Precise, comprehensive, designed to leave little to dispute. Her comfortable world, propped up by my labor and loyalty, collapsed into a series of irreplaceable losses. Friends who had once admired her drifted away. Suitors who had pursued her evaporated when the truth was known. She screamed and called me monstrous. I only shook my head. I had been a husband for 24 years. She had ended the marriage the moment she chose another. I never sought to destroy her through violence. Instead, I dismantled the structures that sustained her life, letting cold, undeniable facts and the law do the work. Now I live in the quiet that follows. I feel no petty triumph, nor am I empty. There is a clarity that comes after something collapses, the understanding that the story has been rewritten and my pages are blank again. She carries with her the memory of what she chose and what she lost, a burden heavier than any single wound and longer lasting than a single heated night. I could have burned everything down in a fit of rage. Instead, I chose patience, preparation, and the slow application of consequence. In the end, I lost only what she had already decided to give away.